When we were fighting the union, as I told you, I was in the news. I was in a beauty shop one Saturday, and the pro-union activist from the phone company walked in. Everybody knew who she was, and everybody knew who I was, and everybody slid down in her seat. She hollered all the way across that beauty shop. She said, I don't know why you're fighting the union. Said, if it wasn't for the union, you'd still be picking cotton. Lord have mercy, y'all. I never have picked cotton. That flew all over me. My blood started boiling. Every nerve in my body stood at attention. Adrenaline started pumping. My body prepared itself for battle. But I was reading a little book, The Power of Positive Thinking, and from somewhere there came a spark of sanity. And I hollered back. I said, Cleo, that's mean you talk about something we agree on. And a lot of things we agree on, but this ain't one of them. Stopped it right there. There wasn't a bit of use in this world for me to let that woman get me in a fight in that beauty shop about the union. I wasn't going to change her mind, y'all. She would eat up with it. Everybody in the phone company is. If she wasn't going to change mine, that would have been a foolish exercise in futility. Avoid negative encounters. Don't start conversations with people about things y'all disagree on. Don't go home this afternoon and start a conversation with your spouse about something y'all disagree on. You're going to be fighting like dogs and cats before bedtime. Plan positive encounters. Go home today and start a conversation with your spouse about something y'all agree on. It's going to be lovey-dovey at your house tonight. I saw somebody back there. Ain't nothing we agree on. Okay, I'm going to give you something. Fellas, I'm going to give y'all something. Y'all need it worse than we do, don't you? I'm going to give y'all something. You go home this afternoon. I'm going to prove you now at this word. I'm going to prove it to you. Say, honey, I know I haven't been the best husband in the world. She's going to agree with you on that, buddy. You're going to get her attention just like that. You just keep talking. So come over here and sit down a minute, honey. I'm going to tell you something. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you. I appreciate everything, honey, you've ever done for me. I appreciate all the hard work you put in this marriage. You put more in it than I have, and I hadn't told you like I should. And they had a lady from South Carolina talk to us, and she mentioned this, and she was right. I hadn't told you near much as I ought to, how much I appreciate you. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just so glad out of all the people in the world, God brought us two together. We're going to work on this marriage, and we're going to get this thing in the positive zone, honey. I'm willing to do my part more, because, see, I love you. Man, the woman in the blue dome of heaven, it won't fall all over you. If you ain't ready for this, you better not try that. Now, I'm going to tell you how I know it works. I was up in Indiana, y'all. I usually, when I do a lot of in-house work, I go in today, I do one tonight, spend the night, do one tomorrow, and then go home. This was tomorrow. They'd already had it once. So one of the upline managers walked up to me and said, Miss Ramsey, well, I got a call this morning from one of my first-line supervisors. He said, well, what Miss Ramsey said worked. I went home last night and I sat my wife down, started telling her how much I appreciate her. He said, one thing led to another. We partied all night long and I ain't able to work. How do you make lemonade out of a lemon? I start this off by saying don't compare one of your employees unfavorably with another one. Don't ever say, Ronnie, why can't you do good as Johnny? Ronnie's not Johnny. You're going to motivate Ronnie up to his potential, not Johnny's. Don't come and tell me something good another employee did, folks, especially if it's something better. It's better than what I did. You'd have to be a super dumbbell to think you're going to motivate anybody like that. And don't do it with your children either. Don't compare us unfavorably with another one. Everybody's beautiful in his own way. My preacher says I'm a sinner, but my mother thinks I'm a saint. Both of them are mistaken because neither of them I ain't. A human being is a mixture. From the moment of his birth, part of me was made in heaven, part of me was made in earth. The good and bad in all of us. The trick is to try to look at the people in your world and see what's good about them. How do you make lemonade out of a lemon? How do you motivate a chronic complainer? Okay, let's just say your turkey is a man. A complainer. This is my chronic complainer. He's a real lemon. I'd just give anything if I could get rid of him, but I can't. He won't do anything bad enough for me to fire him. I'm stuck with this turkey. And this broken, he ain't smiled at me in months. He's not producing. This broken relationship's beginning to affect the whole department. I know something's got to be done about this, and I know I'm the one that's going to have to do it. I'm worried about it. Well, Sam's got a son that plays football over here at Lexington High. He's pushing this boy. I know that. They go into all the game, rah, 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 you know. So I noticed in the paper one Sunday where Lexington had won an important game by a wide margin, and his little boy made a couple of touchdowns. A light comes on in my mind. Monday morning, I walk up to Sam. I still don't like him. He still don't like me. We both still know that. But I'm desperate. So I'm going to use the as-if principle. I'm going to act just for 1 or 2 minutes as if I like this boy. So I'm going to go up, I'm going to give him his 10-second touch. I'm going to call him by his name. Sam, I saw where Lexington won that game Friday night. I know you're proud of that boy of yours, aren't you? Just like that, I'm in a positive zone with this turkey. I said something to him he had to agree with me on. I just had a positive encounter with Sam. I planned this back at the house. You have to plan these, or you won't have them. They get negative on you. You know, we're living in a kind of a negative world, aren't we, y'all? Used to have welcome mat. Welcome to our home. Now it says, keep out. This means you. I saw one that said, this house is protected by a pit bull with AIDS. You can be negative with no problem. You can just get up in the morning and sit up. This morning I sat down and set my feet on the floor and I heard one of them say to the other, and you go first. He answered back and said, I'm not going. I said, yeah, we both got to go. Come on. If that don't get you, go in the bathroom, look in the mirror. You get in the negative zone real fast. When I do that, I think about these feminists that says that female is tougher than the male. I promise you, I'll give you this one, fellas. The male is the toughest of the two sexes. When I get up and drag myself in that bathroom every morning, look in that mirror, ain't no way I could do it with a razor in my hand. Y'all have to be tough. You have to plan positive encounters. All right, I planned this for him. I said something to him. I knew he was going to have to agree with me on it. He shook his head at me, and he smiled at me. I'm in the positive zone with him, and I'm out of here. I don't want to push my luck. That's enough right now. After lunch, I'm going to go back. By the way, Sam, what position does old Larry play on that team? Now, I know Larry's name. I know all my employee children's name. How am I going to make them think I care something about them if I don't know their kid's name? Young bosses, I've got a notebook in my desk, something like a composition book. And every one of my employees has got a page. And all these stuff is listed. I know all his children's names. Then he plays football, his name's Larry. By the way, Sam, what position does old Larry play on that team? Oh, he's a running back. Man, that's great. Did he make any of those touchdowns Friday night? Well, I already know he did. But I'm going to let old Sam tell me how his son won this game. All right, he's all over me now telling me about his son, boy. We're in a positive zone. You know what? They got a good team this year, Sam. You think they got a chance for the championship? If they get in that championship game, I'm going. Y'all, I'm going to mess around. This old turkey's going to get me tickets to that game. I'm talking to him about something he's interested in, something he can't disagree with me on. I got him in the positive zone. All right, I'm out of here. Tomorrow I'm going back. 3 positive encounters will change a relationship. Straight. 3 good positive encounters, I promise you. Tomorrow I'm going to go back. Now, I know what Sam's hobby is, y'all. I know what all of my employees' hobbies are. It's on my book. How can I let them think I'm interested in them if I don't know what they're interested in? I know what all their hobbies are. He's got a boat. He's crazy about that thing. All right, I'm going to go back tomorrow. Sam, somebody told me you had this super boat. You know, I might get one maybe next year. What brand is yours? Is that a pretty good one? How much it costs to keep that thing in the water? Sam? All right? He's all on me now talking to me about his hobby. I'm making lemonade out of this lemon, y'all. But I saw a difference in his performance before the end of the day, Monday. A positive relationship is a productive relationship, boss. Now, maybe your turkey don't have a son that plays football. Well, he's got something. They got something. What is this person's passion? What turns this person on? What winds this person's clock? Plan a positive encounter with that person in your world that you need to repair a relationship, renew one, or just enrich one. Talk to them about something they're interested in. Start this at home, fellas. Ladies, don't bring the best you got to the job. Don't bring the very best you got to your job and then go home and kick your kids and cuss your wife and beat your cat. You put your best foot forward at home. Back there where those little people that love you are. Folks, that's where you live at, and that's where you're going to die at. You give them the best you got, and then you bring what's left to the plant, and there'll be plenty. You see, y'all, it's not your stuff that makes you happy. You get a brand new car, it's not worth a thing to you take it and show it to somebody you love or show off in front of somebody you don't love. Just you and that car, it wouldn't be worth a dime. In our closing moments, I'm going to prove this to you. Just imagine something bad has happened, and everybody's gone but you. You're the only person left on earth. You go in any bank you want to, get all the money you want, it's yours, but you're alone. You go in the jewelry store and get all the diamonds and pearls and jewels and chains, all that you want, but there's nobody but you. Nobody shares this with you or sees it. You go in a designer shop, you can wear a $10,000 outfit, a brand new different one every day. But nobody's there to see how it looks on you or talk to about it with you. You're alone. You can drive a different sport car every day. You can have a Ferrari one day and a Porsche the next. There's nobody riding with you. Nobody sees you go by. Every night you can have pheasant under glass. You can have caviar, lobster, the most exotic, expensive foods on earth. You can eat it every night for your dinner. But there's nobody sitting across the table from you. Nobody to share this with. Folks, that'd be like eating a bowl of ashes. That would be like eating a bowl of ashes. None of that stuff would be worth a dime to you without those people back at your house. Go home, folks. Fellas, go home first. Get the positive principle going for you first at home with your family. Go back home. Those people back there at your house that love you most and know you best. At Dobson says they spell love T-I-M-E. Fellas, you're going to have to spend a little bit more time with your wife. Ladies, you're going to have to find it. You're going to cut out some stuff. Work this out at home. Get your marriage in the positive zone. I know I sound like I'm kind of preaching right here, but I would like for everyone whose lives I touch to be happy. Anybody can be in the positive zone, and you've got to avoid negative encounters, first of all. Every chance you get, try to avoid every one you can. Then you got to plan positive encounters, like I just had to see with Sam. You can get anything you want from people in your world. You can get it anytime you want it if you'll use the right approach. When my husband died, I think I told y'all he had a stroke and was sick 20 years and a half. He died, I went out and I bought him a big plaque to go down on his grave. And the cemetery wouldn't put it down. I think they got mad because I didn't buy it from them. Anyway, they wouldn't put it down. I'd go and I went and I wrote and I sent no marker. So I went out there and I had a kind of a negative encounter with this little woman. I think I threatened to sue her. But anyway, I made her mad. She said, all right, we'll have it down in a week. Just blew me out of that little bitty office. I went to Miami where I worked for American Express, Aspen, 2 hospitals, gone a week. Coming back home from Atlanta on the plane, I couldn't wait to get home. It's one of these nice ones, y'all, great big. Got my name on one side of it. I don't look out there over there when I go out to the cemetery. It's got everything on there, y'all, but one date. But it's got its own vase. I went out and bought a big bunch of silk flowers, went out there, no marker. Went back to Orlando, worked for a bunch of lawyers, gone another week. Coming back up because I thought, now, she wouldn't dare not have that thing down by this week. She wouldn't take a chance like that with me. Went out there on Sunday morning, no marker. Monday morning, I grabbed my documents. I hit that front door. I was mad enough to tear this girl's face off. But I got on the front porch. I said, now, wait just a minute. You're going to go over and slam your documents down on this little woman, have another negative encounter with her and not get nothing. Or why don't you practice what you preach? Why don't you go over and have a positive encounter with her and get what you want? That's what you tell other people. You try to teach us. You study it all the time. So right there on my porch, I planned I was going to try to have a positive encounter with her. Y'all, I walked in out there. As soon as she saw me, she bristled. Y'all, it was visible. Her neck disappeared. Sitting back there behind that desk, ready to fight. Y'all, I had a reason to be mad at her. He died in December, and this was May. I mentioned to her how long it had been. She said, well, the installation fee went up 3 or 4 times since that. Didn't have a thing to do with me. My installation fee had been paid. My mouth just filled up with negatives. But I shut these pearly gates. God gave you a set of pearly gates. You're going to be positive you're going to have to shut them a lot of time. And swallow those negatives. I planned this on the front porch. There's 3 P's: plan, practice, persevere. I shut my gates and swallowed my negatives. Mad enough to kill her, you know, just smiling. I said, I believe if you would check that little old book, you'll find mine's already been paid. She grabbed it up, you know, and started flipping through it. I was trying to see something positive about it, and it ain't always easy, y'all. But bless her heart, she got her a new perm, and they had put it all right up here. I never have seen nothing like it. She must have had 1,000,000 little bitty curls right there in this huge pile. It's very unusual, you know. And so I said something to her about her unusual hairdo. And I mentioned the fact that anybody couldn't wear that style. They couldn't either. But bless her heart, you know, she took it positive. I saw her slow down, y'all. And I thought, if you'll think hard enough and you really want to, you can keep almost any encounter in the positive zone. And I said, young lady, I'll have to hand it to you. She jumped back. I said, yeah, you have to be a special person to run this job. I said, everybody walks in that door over there's hurting. Everybody you talk to is grieving. Every one of them maybe lost somebody they love or they wouldn't be out here in the first place. And you have to do this all day long. And you have to be a special person. I don't see how you do that. She relaxed, y'all, and her neck come back up. And she said, you know, you may be right. And she give a yell, hollered for a boy in the back. I went out there in 3 hours, put my husband's flowers on his grave. Now, y'all, I watched that young woman change from a bristling, negative, no-neck enemy, ready to fight me. I watched her change to a smiling, positive, relaxed friend, and I did it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's awesome what you can do with a positive approach. You can get what you need. You can get it. I was in Cincinnati Airport. They canceled the flight. Y'all know how this is, you that fly. There's another plane down here, 2 gates further down, coming to Atlanta. We all wanted, there's 200 of us. We wanted them 15 seats. Everybody converged on this flight, this agent. And the guy in front of me, he cussed this woman. I never have heard anybody take off of her. Anybody, you know, he had a meeting by, you know, and he cussed the airline. He cussed her. He cussed everybody. She just sitting there. And she said, sir, I'm going to let you on this plane, but I have to take your bags and check them because it's full. All the overhead bins are packed. So he took off, you know, on down. He's so glad to get on the plane. So I was next. And I said, I'm sorry about the way this man talked to you. It's not your fault because they canceled that flight. You don't have a thing to do with that. I got a meeting too, and I'd love to go. But if I don't get there, it won't be the end of the world, and it won't be your fault. And I said, if I could, I'd apologize to you for the way he talked to you. She said, oh, don't worry about it. He's going to Cleveland, but his bags is going to L.A. What did your grandma tell you, huh? Get more flowers with sugar, you can vinegar. Wasn't that what she said? Same thing. People will respond to this. You're not going to believe what I told you. But I was flying on that Gold Card Eastern. You know how you can fly free in first class if it ain't full. And I laid mine down. That little Gold Card was sitting there. She picked on them keys a little bit. She got up. She got me by the arm, y'all. She escorted me down that jetway through all these people. She walked up in first class and tapped the little old man on the shoulder. She give him another ticket. She set me down in first class. See there? What did I tell you? I did this one time on the IRS. It works. Y'all don't believe it. I can't tell you how I did it. Listen. A positive approach will work for you. Start it at home and then spread it all over your world. And I promise you, you'll be the happiest you've ever been, and you'll spread it wherever you go. And you can do it. Anybody can do it. You don't have to be educated, sophisticated. You don't have to be size 9. You don't have to be trained, tutored, or qualified. Anybody and everybody can be positive if they want to. And that's where happiness will find you. I'm going to close with a poem called The Super Supervisor. And before I do, I want to thank y'all for the vibes. You know, I told you I had to have these vibes from y'all, and I thank you for them. Before I do my poem, I want to wish you all good luck, Godspeed, and great coffee. The super supervisor is the employee's friend. He keeps the outsiders out and the insiders in. If she works with her people, she wears a soft glove. This boss doesn't push. Oh, she never shoves. By his smile and his manner, his employee will know that he is reasonably content in his leadership role. For he handles his people with concern and compassion. His words of encouragement will never be ration. Individual recognition is a part of his plan. He praises his people when he sincerely can. and a mutual understanding that is never depleted makes outside intervention neither wanted nor needed. Yes, a supervisor must balance the scale with his daily attention to each tiny detail. For by working with people who give him their best, he's discovered the secret of a company's success. Nope, it isn't new buildings or a name on Wall Street. It's not the elegant rooms where the board members meet. It isn't the Rembrandt that hangs on the wall or the oriental carpet that graces the hall. But a loyal and reasonably contented workforce is any employer's most valuable resource. So the superboss's people are not just subordinates. Each one is respected and each one is important. Each one is his equal, just in a different role. Top job performance is their mutual goal. Yes, it's supervising in the labor management house that keeps the insiders working and keeps the outsiders out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Okay. Thank you.